people, and welcome back to Wine Chat. My name is Emma and I'm a certified sommelier with a mission to spread wine knowledge and to help you drink better. It has officially been just over a year since the UK first went into lockdown, and since that time I've been trying to keep myself busy by attending as many of these Zoom webinars with producers and wineries and winemakers and fellow sommeliers as possible. But there really is only so many of these Zoom webinars that you can do before you just can't stand it anymore. I mean, at times you're talking to a winemaker you've never met in a region you've never been to about a wine that you're not even drinking, and as good as it was the first couple of times, it starts to get a little bit monotonous after a while. So you know that you're really talking to someone super special when someone starts to really stand out for you. And one of those webinars that has really stood out in the past year for me was one that I did with the producers of the Joy Fantastic Winery in Santa Barbara, California, USA. They did a Zoom webinar with Wanderlust Wines last year, and I didn't even have the wines to try at that point, and I was so excited about eventually getting to try their wines and about who they were and what they were doing, and it made me so passionate, and it has really stood out in my mind. So today I thought we would have a little bit of a chat about who is the Joy Fantastic, the people behind it, what makes them so special, and I even have 3 of their wines to finally try today. So let's chat about it. The Joy Fantastic is based in Santa Barbara, California, and is owned by husband and wife team Peter Hunkin and Amy Christine. Now, Amy is a Master of Wine, and she became a Master of Wine in 2013, and at that point she was only one of 13 female Master of Wines in the USA. Peter has been making wine in Santa Barbara since 2001, and he's previously worked at vineyards such as Stockman and Pedrassi. Amy and Peter first met in 2004, and by 2005 they were making wine under the label of Black Sheep Finds. They started a range of wines called Holus Bolus, which is made from grapes that are purchased from single vineyard estates. Now, they work very closely with the growers of these grapes, and all the vineyards for them are either certified organic, biodynamic, or they work organically without a certification. The wines of Holus Bolus are really easy to identify. They have this beautiful little octopus on it. And now, this is quite a cool story. The octopus actually represents the 4 arms and 4 legs of both Amy and Peter, because they do everything. They don't have any employees. It really is just the 2 of them making the wine. And this is the same for their Joy Fantastic wine as well. For that, again, they have no employees. It's just the 2 of them. In their Joy Fantastic vineyard, though, they do have a little bit of help. They like to use Chris King, who's a Santa Barbara native. He also works with Domaine de la Côte, and what he does is the farming and the managing of the vines. And I heard that when they need a little bit of extra help in the vineyard, sometimes they'll call up to Domaine de la Côte and grab some of their vineyard staff to come down and give them a hand. But in terms of the winemaking process, it really is just the 2 of them. As great as the Holus Bolus range of wines are, and you should definitely try them if you haven't yet, I would highly recommend it, they always wanted a vineyard that they could call their own, and something that they could work on from the very start towards the very end. So in 2014, they planted the Joy Fantastic vineyard in what was previously a hillside cattle pasture. It was planted and developed to become a certified organic vineyard of Pinot Noir, Syrah and Chardonnay. The Joy Fantastic vineyard got its name as in 2016 it was the first year of production for the vineyard, but unfortunately it was also the same year that the singer Prince passed away. Now, Amy was a massive fan of Prince, and so she wanted to pay homage to him, and so they named the vineyard after one of his lesser known albums. She's also said that the name Joy Fantastic really just says how they feel about being out in nature and working in their vineyard. It makes them feel really joyous and really fantastic. The Joy Fantastic vineyard isn't very large at all. It's only about 5 acres. 3 acres of that is Pinot Noir, 1 is Chardonnay, and 1 is Syrah. It's one of the westernmost plantings of the Santa Hills AVA in Santa Barbara, and the vineyards here really do benefit from the coastal influence and the cooling breezes. This special terroir helps them to make wines in a style that they love to drink, with a freshness, a seamless texture, and a delicious fruit profile. What made the Joy Fantastic and the team of Amy and Peter really stand out to me was how they were so passionate about making the most delicious wines in the best way possible, and also in a really kind of down-to-earth way. You can tell that they really champion the area in which the grapes are grown, where the wine is made, and that they only really make delicious wine that they would want to drink. And you can tell that there's just so much love that goes into every single aspect of the winemaking process. They also have a website which I will link somewhere up above me. I'll also put the link down in the description below. And this is a YouTube channel that you should definitely jump to and check out after you finish watching this video. It's not only super educational, they take you into the vineyard and into the winery, and they just explained everything in such a simple way. And for me, it really made a lot of kind of vineyard techniques and kind of winery technical talk kind of all click and make sense. But the videos are also quite funny. I'm not going to say any more, but definitely go check it out after you've watched this video. So today to try, I have the 2018 Chardonnay, and then for the reds I have both the 2017 Syrah and the Santa Rita Hills Pinot Noir. I am very excited about trying these. I've been wanting to try them for so long, and you'll notice I don't have the full bottles. I just have a couple of nice little samples here, and these were actually sent out as part of the Essential California at Home tasting thanks to California Wines. So I also got a whole lot of other California wine samples as well as these, so thank you very much to California Wines for all of those samples. And now let's get into the wine. So starting with their Chardonnay first. So the Chardonnay vines are planted in the top block of their Joy Fantastic vineyard. The wine has been aged in French oak, neutral French oak, I believe, for 11 months. So So this is super elegant. When you think of California Chardonnay, sometimes you think of like an oak bomb or a butter bomb, and this is so far from that. It is just so well integrated. You can tell that it's from a slightly cooler climate, but it has this beautiful kind of cream, like sweet cream, a touch of vanilla, but not in a sickly way. And kind of like candied peaches. There's like these little peach candies that you can get, and that's what it's reminding me of. And on the palate, you get a lot more of the citrus, the grapefruit, kind of lemon, but kind of more preserved lemon. Has a really bright acidity as well on the palate. Touch of lychee, a little bit more kind of tropical fruit. That is really beautiful. You can feel the kind of texture. It's obviously spent a little bit of time in oak, but there's no oak aromas. This is just really pure and elegant. This is beautiful. Oh my God. And now for the reds, we're gonna start with the Pinot Noir, and I'm so excited for this after that Chardonnay was so delicious. So this is the 2017 Pinot Noir. So the Pinot Noir in their vineyard is planted in the middle block, and then a little bit kind of on the left-hand side of the bottom block. They use 5 different clones, a mixture of both French and American Pinot Noir clones. And the wine has been aged in 2 to 3 year old French oak. Oh my God, I can't open this. Okay, we got that open. Woo. So the wine has been aged, as I said, in 2 to 3 year old French oak for 11 months. So let's give it a go. wow. So first off, the color is really, really beautiful and bright. This is such quite like a light, bright, vibrant Pinot Noir that has a kick of kind of depth at the back of it. Very much strawberries, juicy cherries, a little bit of like baked blueberries, if that makes sense. Some baking spices on the finish. Not so much kind of savory, earthy flavors that you can sometimes get in a Pinot Noir, but this is a California Pinot Noir. This, I think, would be really interesting to see how it develops over the next, say, 5 to 10 years. I mean, if you want a lighter, elegant style of Pinot Noir right now, this is fab. It's great. And the nose is really perfumed as well, which I really enjoy. You know, a wine is good when smelling it is almost as enjoyable as drinking it, and she's got a nose on her, this glass. Woo! And finally, it is time for the Syrah. Now this is also 2017, just like the Pinot Noir. And just like the Pinot Noir, it was aged for 11 months in 2 to 3 year old fridge oak barrels. And that was much easier to open. All right, let's give it a go. On the nose, really reminds me of, say, a lighter style of a Northern Rhone Syrah. It's really quite herbal on the nose as well. Kind of dried green herbs. Now on the palate, you get this real cassis, that black pepper backbone, a little bit of the savoriness, almost meatiness coming through. A very, very long finish. And on the nose, now I'm getting dried violets for sure. On the nose, it smells like it's going to be really light and like a little bit herbaceous and green, but floral. But on the palate, it's packing a little bit of a punch. That is lovely. This, I mean, you could drink it now. I would definitely age this for 5 years and see how it would go. Youthful, very easy to drink as well. Super supple tannins. The tannin structure is really there. The acidity is still quite bright, so I think it's going to age fantastically, this one. Well, that is all on the Joy Fantastic for you today. I hope that I have introduced you to perhaps a new producer, and that you go out or if you see the wine on a wine list, you will give it a try. It's definitely worth hunting down. They don't make so much. As I said, they only do have 5 acres, but if you can find it, definitely give it a go. And don't forget to check out their YouTube channel after this. And as always, if you have enjoyed this video, give it a like. Remember to subscribe and share it to all your wine friends around the world. Anyway, guys, until next time, remember, drink better, be better.